Welcome. I'm Meredith, and this is the Oasis Spiritual Empowerment Tarot, all about tarot, oracle, and empowering you. And I got some super exciting mail. I opened it, but I didn't even go in it. But because it's from Cyprus, I know what this is. I've been so excited for this deck. Now this is by the creators of the Medieval Europe Tarot, which is one of my favorites, both in terms of just pure quality and also, of course, for the deck itself. This is the Tarot of Japanese Poetry. And this was a Kickstarter, and the images are so exquisite. I cannot wait to see this in person. Move these out of the way. Oh, and the box is lovely. And this is by Deluxe Cards. NYIV Deluxe Cards. Alright. Beautiful, lovely box. Alright. Oh, I want to dive right in, but we'll take a look at the guidebook, just a little, which, it feels so nice. I have this plastic sticking to me. Okay, I'm gonna regret that later when I try to dig it out of my crystals, but that's okay. So we have an introduction, a brief history of haiku poetry, deck structure and cards, major and minor arcana, and a note for using the tarot. So, and just to... I saw a chart. What was that? Let's see. I lost it. I saw it. You saw it, right? There we go. What's this? Okay, so... I think instead of the standard Pentacles, Cups, Swords, it's broken into the seasons. So we have Autumn for Pentacles, Spring for Cups, Winter for Swords, and Summer for Wands. Yeah, so we'll have like the Knave of Autumn, the Knight of Autumn, Princess of Autumn, Queen, and King. So we have an additional member of the court. And so on for spring, winter, and summer. So we have full page color images of the cards, which is wonderful. And it talks about, maybe how to use it. So the conception of this Tarot of Japanese Poetry began by drawing a connection between Japanese poems and traditional tarot meanings. We started matching individual poems with specific meanings, adjusting occasionally the former to maintain a connection with the latter. As this process was underway, we commissioned a painter, Vika Yakimenko, to create paintings based on the content of the chosen poems. Thus, a good way to approach this deck is to imagine a triangular relationship formed by the poem, the painting, and the traditional tarot card meaning, see below. To reflect the aforementioned conceptual process, the formed triangle emphasizes two of the three sides, those correlating painting and poetry and conventional tarot meaning. So, There is a direct relationship between the poem and the corresponding painting or card. There is also a direct reciprocal relationship between the poetry and the conventional tarot meaning. They inform and potentially enrich each other. The soothsayer might play on this unique relationship. Oh, I love it. I'm so excited. Okay, we're getting right in. I can't wait anymore. Oh man, look at these backs. They're absolutely beautiful. And this is a nice, thick, chunky deck. Show you the size of the cards. They look pretty much standard. Now this card's a little teensy bit bigger, but this might not be exactly standard. So I'd say these are standard tarot size. But nice and thick. Well, we do have those additional court members, so we have 4 additional cards at least. So let's just I'm gonna zoom you in a little more. Hang on. So you can really see the cards because they're so beautiful. Look at that. And I love the way they did the scroll. You know, normally I don't like any kind of borders or anything, but I just feel like it's perfect. I feel like this is a table and it's just you know, we're opening up that scroll. It's beautiful. I love that. I love that too. I want to go there. What a fabulous chariot card. So we will look at least one of the cards with the guidebook. So you can fully, that's interesting, appreciate how the system works. Oh, I love this. Oh, I love the tower too. I always love the tower. I like clearing away that stuff you don't need. Oh, that's beautiful. And you know, the cardstock is fabulous. I guess it's like a linen. And I can see fibers. I am no cardstock expert. It may appear a little bit shiny with the light, but it's really not. It's pretty matte. Yeah. I mean, it's not like matte. You know, it's like a linen cardstock. But it's very nice. Oh, I love that. I find it very interesting that all of these figures are facing away. Now we have the day before autumn. Love that. The day before spring. Now, are these the ace? No, they're not the aces. So these are other extra cards, I imagine. The day before summer and the day before winter. I love that. Oh, wow. There's the Ace of Autumn. Oh, look at that. Oh, I can't wait to work with this deck. And it'll be interesting to see, oh, look at that, how I end up reading with it, because it is a bit different. Oh, I love this. So, I mean, if you know what the cards are, you could absolutely read them in the traditional way. But I'm actually excited to use the guidebook with this. And then I'll kind of go from there. So there's the Knave. And we have the Princess. I love the Knight. Now we have the Ace of Spring. I love this. Love Weeping Willows. One of my favorites. Oh, I love that too. I am just so enamored with this deck. It's so beautiful. And it's such an interesting, unique concept. Oh, I love this. So we have 8 cards that are, really unique to this deck. At least. I don't know if there are some at the end. We'll find out. But definitely 8. Oh, I love that. So, I mean, if you wanted to just read this, with kind of standard meanings, there would just be those 8 cards that you would have to kind of add into your memory. If you didn't want to have to refer back to the book. That's interesting. I like that. Oh, look at her. She's beautiful. That's interesting. I like that. I'm finding this deck to be just beautifully, wonderfully evocative. Wow. And then we have that title card. Okay. So let's see how it shuffles, and then we'll take a look at one or two cards. Just kind of see how the booklet addresses them. And it shuffles beautifully. And over here, now this is a chunkier deck, but it's not, I mean, it's not that big. You know, it's not as big as the Europe Medieval Tarot. It's not that big. It's a lot easier to use if you have smaller hands, I would say. Look how pretty that looks, though. The cards just kind of so pretty. Okay. Let's just pick one card and take a look at what the guidebook says. This is perfect because it's the day before winter. Right, so that's a unique card. And then we'll take a look at one maybe that's more you know, standard. I feel like that would be at the end of autumn, right? Right for winter. For that ace, yes. Okay. So it gives you the haiku, which is, "Winter has come. The wind whispered in my ear, sneaking up to my bed." By Matsuo Basho. And then it gives you keywords: transition to a stagnant period, time for mental work. And that's all it gives you. So I'm going to tell you, so looking through, they're all like that. So for all of the cards, you have the poem, and then you just have keywords, which is fine. I kind of like that better than a big, it depends. But let's take a look. Let's take a look at, if I can find one, at the Knave, right? Because he's unique to this deck. So let's look at the Nave of Summer. Or, well, is the Knave the unique one, or is it the Princess? Well, let's take a look at the Knave anyway. So here's our Nave of Summer. I met a messenger on the way. An open letter rustles, playing with the summer wind. Keywords are playful, optimistic, curious, discovery. So yeah, so I would consider that probably a page. So let's just take a look. So then for the Princess, always see you, always catching your eyes. Oh, now if you would become a mirror, waiting every morning for my awakening. By Izumi Shikibu. Oh, did I say? The other was by Kido Take. Keywords here are verve, beautiful, charming, energetic. Yeah, so it looks like I would say, just at a glance, the princesses are the unique ones. Let me see if really briefly they address it. Gives you a history of haiku poetry, which is nice. Oh, here, deck structure and cards. So let's take a quick look. It adopts the traditional tarot card structure and includes some modifications intended to emphasize the uniquely imaginative and ethereal aspect of Japanese poetry. Major Arcana is left intact, thus it comprises 22 cards. All of the imaginative modifications refer to the four suits seasons. To be specific, each of the seasons, okay, we already know that. Well, it's introduced by an extra card day before. In addition, each of the four seasons contains a Princess of card. Further, the season of winter comes with an extra 10 of winter card. Did we see that? Did I see that? And of course I shuffled it. So I'll have to look later. To summarize, there are 22 majors, 61 in the four suits, 4 additional cards. The effects of these modifications, as well as the overall structure of the deck, are seen in that table. Oh, so it does say extra. And that's really all it says about it. So, what do you think? I am loving this, and now I'm gonna have to hunt. Well, maybe when I watch this back, I'll see 2 10s. But I am so looking forward to using this deck. I will say it feels very autumnal to me, even though it has all the seasons. But I am going to be using this like today. So, and I feel like I waited forever, but honestly, it came very quickly. And I believe if you're interested, you can purchase this deck from them. So even though the Kickstarter's over, I think they're on Etsy. I think I saw them there. Oh, 10 of Winter 2. Okay, I remember seeing that. Did we see 10 of Winter 1? Yes. Okay. That's interesting. Should we look at the differences? I just want to see, why are there 2 10 of Winters? So, we have 10 of Winter 1. The ridge of the distant mountains, covered in a light haze, signaling joyfully, here comes at last the first spring dawn. That's by Saigyo Hoshi, born Sato Narokio. I'm so sorry. I'm so bad with this. Keywords are bitterness, end, severing ties, sadness, letting go, and rock. That's interesting. Let's look at the second one. An incoherent thought. Love has run out. Suddenly I realized what the bitterness of sorrow is. Only the continuation of love. Oh, that's so sad. Yosano Akiko. Keywords are recovery, regeneration, the inevitable, and cycle. So, let me know what you think about this deck. I am so excited to use it. I'm so in love. I'm gonna definitely edge this in that red. Wouldn't that be beautiful? I just think it's really exquisite, and the quality of the cards is fabulous. The artwork is just exquisite, and I love love the additional cards, and I really enjoy the changeover to the seasons for the suits. I think that's fabulous. And I think you could do a lot with it. I think you could, obviously use it, as a whole, but I think you could also pull out the suits for each season. Like, if we were in fall, at the end of fall, and you said, okay, let's prepare for winter, you could pull out just the winter cards and use them, or use them like with the majors, but pull the other seasons out. I think it just could be another interesting way to work with it, I like to change things up, so I think that could be a lot of fun. Yeah, and actually, for like a year ahead spread, I think this could be really interesting. Even if you took one card, like from each season, to represent that season. So if you pulled them out just for those seasons, and then shuffled them, pulled that card, and then you do a spread as you might normally do for that year ahead, however it is for you. But to have that kind of overarching card, I think that could be really lovely too. So let me know what you think. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, be wonderful to yourself, because you deserve the best, only the best. And that is my wish for you.